Hello, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome back to TCM in the second night in our two-part spotlight on Hollywood humanitarians. Up next, a movie starring the first actor ever to receive the Motion Picture's Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, Bob Hope. The film is from Warner Brothers in 1963, directed by Don Weiss, Critic's Choice. Hope is joined in this comedy by another undisputed comedy heavyweight, Lucille Ball. Based on a play by Ira Levin, the story follows a theater critic, that's Bob Hope, who's faced with the agonizing decision of whether or not to review a new play written by his wife, that's Lucy. Choosing between his duty as a trusted critic and ruining his happy home causes such intense anxiety. Hope seeks help from a therapist as well as his ex-wife. He also uses a tremendous amount of booze. Bob Hope made Critic's Choice for Warner Brothers a few years after spending more than a decade reigning as one of the most popular stars over at Paramount. For 11 of 13 years, beginning in 1941, Hope ranked among Paramount's top 10 money-making stars. He did well for the studio, and he didn't fare too badly himself. With an estimated net worth of at least $500 million, Bob Hope was one of the wealthiest Hollywood stars in history. Hope was also a prodigious Hollywood philanthropist, raising millions for charities and making annual trips to entertain U.S. troops overseas. He began his long association with the USO when it was founded in 1941, and spent 50 years traveling to visit soldiers, seamen, Marines, and airmen around the world, often visiting remote military outposts and dangerous battle zones to bring a little levity to some dark and anxious times. For his humanitarian work and his contributions to the motion picture industry, Bob Hope received 5 honorary Academy Awards. And in 2002, just a year before his death, the Television Academy's Board of Governors created the Bob Hope Humanitarian Award, recognizing individuals in the TV industry who embody Hope's dedication to philanthropy. Here's our movie from 1963, also with Marilyn Maxwell and Rip Torn. Bob Hope and Lucille Ball in Critic's Choice. Critic's Choice was adapted by Jack Schur from Ira Levin's Broadway play, which originally starred Henry Fonda in the Bob Hope role. Levin was best known, however, as a novelist, writing tense thrillers adapted for the screen, including A Kiss Before Dying, Rosemary's Baby, The Stepford Wives, and The Boys from Brazil. Levin also wrote the play Death Trap. For the film adaptation of Critic's Choice, producer Frank Rosenberg got 2 of the finest comedians in the business, Bob Hope and Lucille Ball. This was the 4th picture Hope and Ball made together. By this point, in 1963, both stars had become household names, and the set of Critic's Choice was regularly buzzing with fellow celebrities who wanted nothing more than to watch these 2 great comedy legends working together. It became enough of a distraction that director Don Weiss had to set up visiting hours to keep the production on schedule. Coming up, Frank Sinatra stars opposite Debbie Reynolds in a romantic comedy from MGM in 1955, The Tender Trap. Next on TCM.
Next on TCM, The Tender Trap, then Bright Road, and later, Sweet Bird of Youth. TCM's No Spring Chicken tonight.